I made a video about this a while back ago with a different kind of incident somewhere else. And it's a shame how this country has still not regulated the gun laws, that should be enforced. You know, it's a shame how in this country there are still mass shootings. It's even gotten so bad that it's happening at army bases around the country. I don't know what's the answer for this type of incident that keeps on happening over and over and over again. But, it seems like this country getting worse because of things like that. You know what's going to happen now? Let me tell you what's going to... First of all, before I get into before I ramble on and say anything else, let me first say my thoughts and prayers go out to the families and the victims and all that. The ones that, have lost a loved one and all that. My family, my prayers go out to them. Because this is too much. And it's getting out of control. And and I just want to give my thoughts and prayers out to the families and the victims and all that. I just want to do that right off the bat. Just want to do that because it's stuff like this should not be happening if there were stricter gun laws. We need some stricter gun laws. We need to look at people's mental capabilities and all that before you. In New York, they have these permit classes, to carry a firearm. And they want you to pay the $60 and all that to go in and, But people, there need to be a very thorough background check of people's mental capabilities. Not everybody should have a gun, you know what I'm saying? Just because they apply for one or something like it. It got to be deeper than that. It got to be much deeper. Now let me talk about this video here. Let me talk about this and let me say this. I don't want people, to lose, when there's concerts and things like that goes on. There's a lot of concerts that go around here in Buffalo and all that. I don't want people to be fearful of going to concerts now. And that's what might happen later on down the line because of things like this here. You know what I'm saying? The gunman was in the Paladin, whatever the name of the hotel that was directly in eyesight of the concert. So this thing here was already planned. It was already planned. This was an act of terrorism. Seriously. This was already planned. It wasn't like, the guy was carrying the gun with him and then he went into the hotel. This was directly in the eyesight of the concert. So this was definitely an act of terrorism. Definitely an act. This was planned probably probably a month or so ago. And now it's, because of this happening here, it's surfing all over the web, all different websites and all that. It's they're calling it the worst mass shooting to date in U.S. history. The worst mass shooting because it says 58. It was first 50. Now it's 58 killed. They said that first it was over 200 or 300 or something like that. Now they're saying it's 515 that's hurt in the Vegas Strip massacre. So let's read on here for a minute. I guarantee this thing was planned. Probably weeks or months. It was planned already. So let's do this here. A crazy lunatic turned an outdoor concert into a bloodbath, killing 58 people in what is now the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. They call it the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Thousands of country music fans ran for cover Sunday night as a gunman fired hundreds of bullets at them from a hotel in the Las Vegas Strip, official said. At least 515 people. Now, first it was like 200-300. Now it's 515 that's hurt. In the gunfire ensuing stampede at the Jason Aldean concert, police said. About 5 feet from me, you could see a guy with a bullet wound right in his neck. Oh my God. Just imagine that. Just imagine that. Oh man. Witness Taylor Binge said, from there on, people just started dropping like flies. Alexandria Cheplock, 25, called her father as she ran from the bullets. Everyone's dying around me. John Cheplock recalled her saying, everyone's dying. They shot my friend. I got to get out of here. The gunman, identified as 64-year-old Stefan Paddock. The guy is 64 years old. 64 years old. And the problem with a lot of these gunmen who do that kind of thing is that there's something that's messed up that goes on in their life. They just hate life. They hate people. And, you know, for me to lash out at my frustration is to shoot at people because of something that's going on in my life. I'm going to tell you like this. Just kill yourself. I don't condone suicide, but if it's between you being the gunman and going out and killing innocent people, just kill yourself. Seriously, just kill yourself. And a lot of these problems with these gunmen, sometimes it's over minor things, very minor. And they just start hating people. You know, kill yourself instead of going out there killing people. Seriously. Just do the world a favor. I hate seeing stuff like this. I really do hate seeing it, and I see it too much. Oh my goodness. Unleash the hail of, let's continue on. Unleash the hail of bullets from the 32nd floor of the nearby Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. This was planned. Trust and believe this is an act of terrorism. This was planned. Okay? This is, I know the investigators are going to find that same type of, they're going to feel what I'm feeling. This was planned, seriously. Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said Monday. But why the massacre happened remains a mystery. I can't get into the mind of a psychopath. And listen, I worked at Fantasy Island. And there was a question that came up. I worked as security guard. I'm a licensed security guard. And there was a question that came up by one of the co-workers that I was working with. And they said, you got a bunch of kids in this park, right? But we don't know if the men out here are actually, sex offenders or pedophiles or anything like that. We don't, check them or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So we're basically giving every person that comes into this park with all these kids around is the benefit of the doubt, that they're not this type of person, but I seen some creepy guys coming into that park. But I can't stop them and say, you look like you can endanger a child. We can't be prejudgmental. You know what I'm saying? So we can only give people the benefit of we don't know the mind of a psychopath. Like just like we don't know the mind of a child pedophile. Some of them are not. A lot of them are not registered. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. It's like, man, it's like you can't get into the mind of it. We don't know a person's mind frame. You know, but when it comes to guns, we can restrict guns from a lot of people who don't deserve them, you know. I hope I got a point across. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, but let me read on. The sheriff said, Las Vegas Mayor Carolyn Goodman described the gunman as a crazed lunatic full of hate. Sonny Melton was identified as one of the slain victims. Her employer, Henry County Medical Center in Tennessee, said Melton was a registered nurse. Melton's wife survived the shooting. Police had no prior knowledge of the gunman before the attack. You know what? This is a little bit too much. So I'm not going to read this whole thing here. You can read it for yourself. It was... I just looked up on, Google search and came across the CNN story. But you can look it all up for yourself, But I just want to say, I just want to give my condolences, because this is crazy. This is nuts that's in this country that still something like this is still going on. This country is messed up. It really is. And regardless of what a lot of people say, Donald Trump is a lot of the reason. And Donald Trump, I hope this dude would get off of Twitter because he says too much. He says a lot of dumb stuff on Twitter. But anyway, that's for another video. I'm going to play this video right quick. It's a minute and 23 seconds. I'm going to play this, and then I guess we'll be done with this here.
Jason Aldean was in the midst of performing. What did you initially hear, and what was the reaction to that huge crowd?
Well, we were watching the concert from the east side of the stage, and we heard a succession of pops, and it did, unbelievably, it sounded like fireworks, but as they kept rattling off, then we realized something was up, and most of the crowd started to duck down a bit, and Jason Aldean actually turned around and ran off the stage. And that's when we realized that, we were in, something bad was going on. So actually, everybody in the crowd actually got down, which was unbelievable just to watch that. And everybody was staying safe and low. And the succession of firearms going off just kept going over and over in like groups of 10. I'd say at least we heard 50 or 60 minimum when we were all down. And then people started stampeding. We're going to start stampeding to go towards the main exit, or the main entrance, which was this way. And we all stayed low, and we went out the east. And we went that way, and people were climbing the fences, pushing their way through. The barricades were coming down. People were screaming, crying. Everybody was just trying to get out.
Did you hear the gunshots pause and then start up again?
Oh, yeah, like they were loading clips.
I'm sorry, people. I was trying to turn up the volume.
Going off, you were hearing just them hit the ground, and you were running, and you don't know what's going on.
Everyone had to fall on top of each other, whether they were alive or not, basically. It's just to stay down, because every time people got up, they just started shooting.
Seconds later, you just hear a pop, 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 and you just think it's fireworks or someone setting off a firecracker, and then at that same second, you realize, no, that's not, that's a gunfire, and then it goes again.
We determined there was a shooter on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay. Officers responded to that location and engaged the suspect at that location. He is dead.
Oh man. So yeah, I tried to turn the volume up. Sorry about that. Um, like I said, my prayers going out to the families and all, and so many videos that I watched on YouTube about this, and I just feel I'm very upset at this point, and man, I don't know what else to say, y'all. I really don't. Just to bear them out. Peace.